This video is going to be about the difference between the two types of IELTS examination. And by two types, I'm not referring to academic and general. What I'm talking here about is computer-based and pen and paper-based. We are going to consider the computer-based examination as the base for all the advantages and disadvantages that we are going to discuss. Let's get started. So the first and the foremost advantage you'll be getting in the computer-based examination will be in the writing section. A lot of times it happens that whenever we write something and when we are reading it again, we just want to change it for some reason, or we just want to change it because of some grammatical error, or we want to change it because we just got another idea in our mind. So if you're giving the pen and paper exam, you'll have to erase everything and then you have to write it again, which is a very time-consuming thing considering you have very limited time on your hands. While in the computer-based examination, you can do this by just a few clicks. You just have to select it, click the backspace button, and there you go. Everything will be done. And by mistake, if you have done it, you can also press the Control Z, which will be restoring everything which you had written. The second advantage comes in the reading section, where you don't have to turn your pages around again and again in order to search for your answers. All you have to do is look on the left side of the screen, and on the right side of the display you will be having all your questions. This really makes a lot of difference. Trust me, I am saying this from my own experience. The third very important thing that we get in computer-based examination that we do not have in pen and paper is a clock right in front of us on our screens. Yes, I know this can be a bit overwhelming for some people to look at a clock, but there is an option to hide it as well. Whenever you are giving your computer-based examination, there is a timer which is running backwards so that you always know how much time you have left on your hands. Whereas in pen and paper, we all know that we are not allowed to carry our wristwatches, but whenever we are giving a pen and paper based examination, you never know. The wall clock can be in front of you, on your left or your right, or even at your back. In such situations, it can get pretty hard to look at the time. Okay, so the fourth advantage, which is not a very big advantage but still is an advantage, is that you do not need to carry any stationery with you. All you have to do is carry yourself to the examination, and that's it. If you are in a hurry to get your results, if you need to file your visa application within a week, then this is the best thing you can do for yourself. Because for computer-based examination, because whenever you give your computer-based IELTS examination, you get your results in 3 to 5 business days. And that, according to me, is nothing less than a miracle, because if you're giving a pen and a paper, it can take at least a fortnight, and in some situations, even longer. Yes, before moving to the disadvantages, I also have a bonus advantage for you. So whenever we are giving the computer-based examination, in the writing section, we do not need to count the words manually. Everything is done by the computer and you get a word count on the display. So this really makes a lot of difference. As we just discussed the advantages, now let's discuss some cons or some disadvantages of the same. Okay, so the biggest disadvantage in the IELTS computer-based test is for the people who have very low typing speeds. Let me tell you how. Whenever you are giving the listening test in your computer-based IELTS, if you hear a word and if you are not able to type it properly, then my friend, you will be missing on a lot of things and you will be missing a lot of marks, which will eventually result in you losing your bands. Okay, so the second disadvantage of the computer-based test is, let me elaborate it in the other way. Whenever you give your pen and paper examination and the class invigilators announce that the time is over and you have to stop writing, still somehow you can manage to write that last line. You can manage to change a few words before the invigilator comes at your spot to collect your sheet. But during the computer-based examination, as it is administered by a system rather than a human being, it automatically stops, not giving you even a single second extra to write that last word, which can fetch you a band. I really hope you might have gained some insights about the two ways of giving this examination. I would not personally recommend any particular examination for any particular individual, because we all have our own strengths and weaknesses. If you think you are good at typing and you can type very fast, then definitely go for the computer-based examination. But if you think that you have a beautiful handwriting, which I do not have, you should definitely go for the pen and paper.